They think when you rise, the battle ends. But the truth is, every level brings a new devil. Every step higher invites a deeper shadow. You climb the mountain thinking the summit will grant peace, but what you find there is colder, crueler, and more relentless than anything at the bottom. People don't understand the higher you go, the less mercy you meet. The air gets thinner, the enemies smarter, and the betrayal sharper. Pain doesn't leave, it evolves. What once broke you now barely scratches the surface, not because it hurts less, but because you've become something more. Something hardened, sharpened. Every scar a symbol, every bruise a badge. You fought ghosts in the dark and bled with a grin. You've been counted out, buried, dismissed, and still here you are standing. And now, every time they throw a new devil at you, you smile, because they still don't get it. You're not here to run, you're here to break the pattern. They underestimated what pressure does to a soul like yours. They thought it would crush you, but pressure doesn't crush steel. It tempers it. And you've become the kind of force they whisper about but never want to meet. You don't fear the next devil. You welcome him. Because that's the cost of leveling up war. And if war is the price, then let them know. You've been paying in blood since day one. This isn't about proving anyone wrong anymore. This is about proving to yourself that no matter what beast waits at the next level, it'll bleed just like the last one. You're not here to survive the fire. You are the fire, so let them come. Let them send their devils. Let them raise the stakes. You've been forged in the furnace they thought would kill you. And now you own the battlefield. Every damn level. They told you to be afraid of what's coming next. That the higher you climb, the more dangerous it gets. And they were right. But what they never predicted was that you'd become the danger. They thought you were chasing peace. No. You were sharpening your teeth for the next war. And now every devil that steps forward isn't just another enemy, it's another opportunity. Another test. Another poor soul who has no idea what it's like to face someone who learned to eat pain like protein. You don't pray for lighter burdens. You train for stronger shoulders. That's the difference. That's what separates you from the ones who fell back down the ladder. You don't beg for mercy. You make the devil wish he brought back up. See, they never understood that some people aren't trying to win just to succeed, they're winning because losing was never an option. Because when you've been through hell, you stop fearing the flames. You start walking through them like they're part of the path. This isn't a game. This is a war zone of evolution. The weak stay behind. The fake tap out. And the ones who truly want it, they take the hits, spit out the blood, and ask for more. That's you. You're not here for approval. You're not here for applause. You're here to make history. And history isn't written by the polite. It's written by the relentless. So when the next level greets you with fire in its eyes and chains in its hands, smile. Because you've seen worse. You were raised by worse. The devil at this level doesn't scare you because you already buried his brother. You carry your past like armor, your trauma like a sword. And with every step forward, you remind the universe, I am not here to bow. I am here to conquer. Let them come. The devils. The traps. The chaos. Let them all line up. You didn't come this far to be broken. You came this far because you refused to be. Every level brings a new devil? Good. That just means you're going the right way. And still, they don't get it. They think you're just lucky, that you stumbled your way here. But luck doesn't drag itself through the mud, teeth clenched, fists bloodied, and still rise. No luck dies early. What's left is will. Raw, violent, unkillable will. That's what built you. That's what shaped you in the silence, when no one was watching, when no one was clapping. When it was just you, your demons, and the decision to keep going anyway. See, devils aren't always loud. Sometimes they come dressed as failure, as doubt, as silence from the people you once loved. Sometimes the devil isn't a monster, it's a mirror. But you faced them all. You faced yourself. And that's the kind of victory that no one can take. The kind that doesn't shine, it burns. Because you didn't rise by skipping the levels. You rose by surviving them, one by one. Bleeding, crawling, breaking, healing. You were forged, not handed your strength. And now, you don't just walk into the next level. You announce yourself. You come in loud, unapologetic, eyes locked, voice steady. You don't need permission. You are the storm knocking at the door. Let them call you obsessed. Let them call you mad. They don't understand what it costs to climb with broken bones, to believe when everything screams at you to quit. Let them talk. Let them watch. Because when the dust clears and the devil lays defeated again, they'll have no choice but to whisper your name, not with admiration, but with fear. This path doesn't get easier, and that's the point. If it did, it wouldn't be worthy of you. So keep rising, keep grinding, keep swinging. Because every level brings a new devil, but what they don't tell you is, devils get tired too. And you don't. And now we've reached that moment, the stillness before the next storm. The part where most people hesitate, question, retreat. But not you. No, you've come too far to turn glass now. There's no softness left in you that wasn't earned through war. No fear that hasn't already tried and failed to own you. You've stared down monsters with your back against the wall, and you laughed. Because you learned something no one teaches: pressure is a privilege. They'll never understand how deep you had to go to climb this high. How many voices you had to silence inside and out. How many nights you buried yourself just to resurrect stronger. You were never chasing glory. You were becoming a weapon. And now every scar on your body, that's a warning, a map, a receipt of every devil you've outlasted. They didn't defeat you, they trained you. So let the next level bring its beast. Let it roar. Let it throw its worst. Because the truth is, you're not the same one who started this journey. You're not that scared soul begging for a break. You are the break. You are the reckoning they didn't account for. The one who doesn't flinch when the sky cracks open and the ground shakes beneath you, because you are the quake. And when the next devil steps forward, dragging chains and fire, thinking it's your final test, thinking you'll finally fold, look him dead in the eye and whisper what he never expected to hear. You're not the threat here, I am. Then step through the flames. Not as a survivor, not even as a warrior, but as a problem that cannot be solved, a force that cannot be stopped. Because you were not built to bow. You were built to end levels. One devil at time. But even after all this, they'll still try. That's what devils do. It's their job. Each one convinced they're the final boss. Each one thinking they're the end of you. They don't realize they're just chapters in your origin story. Trials, obstacles, stepping stones soaked in blood and thunder. You didn't come here to survive them. You came here to outlive them. Because there's a difference between being alive and being awakened. And you woke up the moment you realized that pain wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every betrayal was a teacher. Every heartbreak a hammer. And while others shattered, you sharpened. You became something they don't have a name for. Not a hero, not a villain. Something in between, something unshakable, a walking consequence. The next devil will come. You already feel him breathing through the cracks, taller, meaner, maybe smarter. But it won't matter, because you're not showing up with hope. You're showing up with history, with a resume of chaos, with a soul that's been tempered in agony and refuses to die quiet. You don't wear armor anymore, you are the armor. You are the lesson, and every level you conquer, every demon you drag into the dirt, you grow colder, clearer, more dangerous. They think this is still a game, that you're just another contender. But you're not here to compete. You're here to erase the scoreboard. You are the glitch in their system, the proof that pain breeds power, the quiet that comes after the scream. And the devil at the next level, he's already shaking. Not because of what you've done, but because of what you're about to do. So take one more breath, crack your neck, clench your fists, step forward into that fire again. And don't look back, because every level has a new devil. But eventually, even the devils learn to fear you. See, at first they laughed, thought you were just noise. Just another soul screaming into the void, hoping someone might listen. But now the silence speaks for you. Now every room you enter shifts. Every eye tracks you, because something about you doesn't sit right with the weak. You don't beg, you don't explain, you don't flinch. You exist like a problem that can't be solved, like a storm that doesn't care who it hits. You become the very thing they tried to destroy, not by accident, but by design. They built you in pieces, thinking you'd stay broken. But every crack became a fault line. And now you're tectonic. You don't rise gently, you erupt. And when the next devil steps in armored in fear and fury, they won't see a man or a woman, or even a fighter. They'll see a reckoning, a storm in human skin. You've outgrown the old rules, the old doubts, the need to be understood. You've burned the blueprint and drawn your own path in ash and iron. The devils at every level they don't know yet. They think they're the next challenge, but they're not. They're just the next warning. Because now you're the level, you're the trial. You're the thing that breaks others and keeps walking. And if they still want to try you, let them. Let them crawl out of the shadows, dressed in fear, dragging chains and curses and all their recycled tactics. Let them hiss, let them threaten, Let them roar. Then meet their eyes. Step into their storm. And show them what it means when evolution walks upright. What it means when the hunted becomes the hammer. What it means when the one who was never supposed to survive becomes the standard. Every level has a new devil. Good. Because at this point, the devils are the ones who should be afraid of what's coming next. Like, comment, and subscribe.